Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's look was inspired by a NYX eyeshadow palette that I'd ordered online recently, and when it arrived yesterday I was really excited just to sort of have a look and see what kind of look I could do with it. It's kind of an autumny palette actually, but I thought it was the sort of thing that you could easily do, make up into a nice kind of bronzy summery look as well. So stay tuned if you want to see how I have created this glowy, glammy look. Hi! Okay, now I'm just going to start off by going in with some Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. It's just for going underneath the eyes. It's got a slightly sort of salmon colour to it, and it's just helps sort of brighten up the under eye, and it's kind of got coverage to it, so it takes the darkness away but also brightens. Amazing. And also just going to go in with a little bit of Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, because I'm a bit porous. Just here on my chin and forehead, and let that sink in for a sec. I got my hair done. I kind of went blonde and short for summer, so yeah, that's a thing. I really like it. It was brown and long before. Don't know if you noticed. Okay, I'm going to go in with my foundation. This is True Match in the colour 3N, creamy beige. Just take a couple of pumps on the back of my hand and go in with that all over. Using my Morphe M439 foundation brush. I'm going to put my hair up in a top knot of water, so it's out of the way. I got the brown roots and a little blonde tiny bun on top. It's cute. I'm going to use the Collection Lasting Performance Colour Corrector Concealer. This is in the shade Lemon. I mentioned that I bought it in one of my favourite items videos recently. So I'm going to go in with that just in all the, where's that hair? All the normal places. And I'm just going to go in. I got a brand new beauty sponge. Don't you just love it when you have a brand new one, when you've been using your kind of old one and it feels all squidgy and lovely. So that's kind of all blended out, and I'm just going to set that with my what have I got? Another collection item. This is the Primed and Ready Invisible Setting Powder. I bought this a month or so ago. Really like this one. And obviously with all the collection stuff. Good price too. Doesn't hurt when it's a great makeup, great price. This crease here needs a good bit of setting, because generally by the end of the day, that's where you find my makeup, right in that line there. Okay, now I'm just going to set the rest of my face with the Maybelline Matte Maker. This is in the shade Natural Beige, so it will just kind of not darken up the rest of it, but you know, keep the other other bits of makeup a little bit less pale, just with a Real Technique sort of powder brush. I just find if I set the rest of my face, like my highlight bit, and then the rest of my makeup as well, my bronzer and my contour goes on much smoother. Otherwise it can be a little bit muddy. I guess it just kind of grabs to the wetness of the foundation or whatever. So okay, so that's all set in place. I am now going to go in with my Ofra palette. I'm just going to warm up my face a little bit with this one here, because it's such a, I'm going to go in with a another Real Technique, sort of like the big powder brush, just to give me a nice bit of colour all over. So just going to go in with that one there and just give me a bit of an all over bit of colour. So put that all up in my hairline, all across here, give everywhere a little bit of a bronzy glow. Okay, now then I am going to just do my eyebrows. I'm not going to do them on camera because it's a little bit boring and I don't want to. Okay, so I have done my eyebrows. I didn't really want to do them on camera because I just wanted this video to be a nice quick little tutorial on the main event, which brings me on to this. I got this in the post yesterday and I was really excited to have a little go with it. NYX have got out some new palettes at the moment and they are all just beautiful colours. This one is pretty autumny, I guess, but really warm as well, so I just kind of want to do a little bit of a I don't know, summery but kind of warm bronzy look with it, so I'm going to give this a go. Okay, so what I'm going to do, actually I've just kind of primed my eyes as well with my soft ochre and set them, so I'm going to go in with this colour here. It's sort of just a real sort of quite pale neutral colour that I'm just going to use as the start. Just use it with a fluffy brush. This is a Zoeva one. It's actually a concealer buffer brush, but I just like using it. Get a lot of colour on the lid quickly. So I'm just going to go in and do that all over. And take it quite high up actually, because it's quite a light colour, but it'll be a good transition colour. Just build it up a little bit just in the crease, because we're going to go in with some dark colours anyway. But now then, I am going to go in next with this orangey colour here. They haven't got names of them, so I'm just going to go in with this one. You can see it a little bit better when I pull it out, I suppose. This one here, just to sort of brighten it up, give it a little bit more depth. I'm just going to use the same brush right now, just to add it sort of on the corner, in the crease again, and kind of use it as another transition shade. Okay, so now I'm just going to use a slightly smaller brush. This is a 227 Zoeva soft definer brush. It's just a little bit smaller, still quite fluffy. And now I'm just going to go in with a darker shade still here, this kind of bricky red sort of colour, and just take that on there and just go into the lower bit of my crease here, just to define it a little bit. I'm going to bring it up a little bit just so you can see it kind of when I have my eyelids open. It just helps to sort of, you know, deepen the look a little bit. And I'm just going to go into this one here. It's sort of like a slight shimmery, sort of champagne-y gold sort of colour, and just take it on the inner corner of my eyes. First of all, I'm going to go in and do it dry, just to give it a bit of colour. Now I'm just going to go in with some setting spray on my flat brush and just sort of pack it on a little bit, just so it gives it a little bit of a real pop of shimmer. Go back in with it. And just right on the inner corner. And it just sort of makes it a little bit more visible. I guess that works for any kind of setting spray, because that's only a, I think it's a Revolution, Makeup Revolution one. Right, so I'm just going to go back in and blend it again. Go back in with that first one and just sort of get the blend of colours. Now underneath my eyes, I'm just going to go back in. I'm going to take this little, it's just a little smudger brush by Zoeva, a 226, and just go in with the dark red colour, the kind of bricky red colour that I used on the outer corner, and just take it underneath my eyes so that it just balances out a little bit. Just going to kind of do it on the outer corners ish. I don't want to take it too far in, because I don't want to over sort of, you know, put out of balance the highlight that I did there. And then go back in with a fluffy brush. I'm going to take the orangey colour again, this one here, and just sort of blend out this underneath here, just with a little bit underneath. Just brings it all together. And then with whatever I've got left on my brush, I'm just going to have that little bit of orange coming through on the top too. See this, my Jaclyn Hill palette. She's got champagne pop in it and Prosecco pop as well. I'm just going to do a little bit of inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight with these colours too. I'm going to use Prosecco pop because the champagne pop is a tiny little bit too sort of peachy colour. So I'm just going to go in here, and then again I'm just going to take some of the setting spray and wet this highlighter brush. Just wet that a little bit and go back in with the highlighter, and it just kind of picks it up a little bit more and sort of intensifies it a little bit. I'm just going to, because it's a little pencil brush, I'm just going to bring it out to meet the colour underneath my eyes, and just up there to meet the colour, well, the highlight there. Anyway, there, it's just a little bit of extra kind of highlight there. Never, ever have too much highlight. Ever. Just going to put a little bit of mascara on. I'm going to use my Loreal Voluminous. So I'm just going to give my lashes a quick coat of this, the top lashes a quick coat, and then I'm going to put on some false lashes. I'll just give these a quick going over, because I always feel a little bit like when you've got like quite a bold eye look going on with a lot of colour, like a dark colour on the outside, you can't kind of get away with just you know, your lashes. So I am going to put some falsies on for 2 minutes. Okay, so I've got my lashes on, and now I'm just going to go in and do a little bit more definition on my cheekies. I'm just going to go in with my NYX contouring palette just to give a little bit of definition, and I'm just going to go in with these two middle colours here, just on my NARS Itta brush, like a really light hand. Sometimes go over the top with this and then I just look like I've rubbed my face in mud. It's not a good look. And I'm just going to blend that out with a Real Techniques powder brush. Oh my goodness, I love a contour. You can't beat it. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of those darker colours here and just darken up the top of my forehead as well, just to balance it all out. And a little bit on the nosy nose. Not a massive one, just down the side with my Itta brush again. There. That will do me. Right, next bit I'm going to do is just going to a little bit of blush out of this Jaclyn Hill blush highlight and blush palette. I'm going to use Rose Spritz, which is this one here. It's just a lovely sort of I don't know, it's quite a hot pink sort of colour, and it's got a little bit of sort of gold shimmer to it, so it just looks lovely. Just kind of go with the sort of reddy bit, pinky bit in my eyes. And finally, best bit ever, I'm just going to highlight. And today I'm going to be using, I've got this, it is the Away We Glow liquid highlight. I don't know whether it's in, oh, it's in Crystal Glare colour. So what I'm going to do is just put a little bit of this on the back of my hand and go in with my beauty blender. Just take the whole lot and just dab it on at the top. That's not enough. That is not enough. While it's still a little bit sort of tacky, I'm going to go in with my Loreal Gilded Honey highlighter and my Morphe highlighting brush. So I get a good bit of that and just go over top with the Loreal, and it just helps it to sort of stick a little bit better. Highlighting is my favourite thing ever. I mean, on its own this is really nice, but a bit more subtle than I want to go. Know when to stop, isn't it, with highlighter? Is there an end point? Cupid's bow, and that's the highlight done. Now then, I am just going to go in with a little bit of a nude lip. I bought some of the L'Oreal liquid paint, the matte ones, and I'm just going to go in with that. Okay, so I'm just going to line my lips with just a, I don't even know what this is. It's just a totally nude lip liner. I generally go for a nude lip anyway, but especially when I've got a slightly darker look. This is in the colour Off-White, so it's just a really nice sort of like really nude. But I think it works quite well with such a kind of quite a dark eye. Oh, last thing I'm going to do is just go in with my telescopic extra black mascara. I really like this just for the bottom lashes, so I'm just going to go in and give them a coat just to give it a little bit of extra definition. I really like this one because it's a real nice sort of skinny one just for the bottom lashes. So there, that's those eyes done. So this is the final look. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I hope you like it. And yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the way it's turned out, thanks to this little baby. So if you are interested, definitely have a look on the NYX website because they have got loads of lovely colours. And yeah, if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And if you've got any comments or anything, or let me know what you think, leave those in the comments below. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thanks for watching.